Hi, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. It looks as if everything is pretty good. And today we're going to be doing some more 3 card readings. So I guess I'm getting the hang of this YouTube thing and making the most of it. So I wanted to see where we were going today. Today is kind of an interesting day. I've had a lot of people come in. I did some readings and I'm scheduling off a lot. So I suppose it has to do with coming near the end of the year. I was actually thinking of next week of doing, hi, Amaris, good to see you again. Next week I'll be doing like readings for the year. And to be honest with you, it would be really nice if other people could also do that, because I kind of had this concept of maybe sharing readings. So for instance, Amaris, if is your light okay? Yeah. Now my husband fixed the light and I have this little auxiliary light. Hopefully it's not too bright. Let's see here, that I bought just in case. I think I need a little something like that. So hopefully everything's, and of course with my black hair on the black clothes and everything, I didn't expect that I was going to be doing readings here. But yes, Amaris. So my thought was like, for instance, Amaris, if I do a reading for you, then you would do a reading as well, and we could discuss that in the channel. You know what I mean, or in the comment section. So I thought it would be kind of nice to do that, because this way it also helps others learn how to do that. That's crazy. I hope you don't break any other ones. All right. So anybody who may be on, it was kind of crazy when we were doing our last session and the light up here blew out as I was talking to everybody. And then my internet dropped on all of the devices. So I had both my phone streaming and the computer. I'm on my computer now. So everything just kept dropping. I have a deck of cards that I use. So Amaris, what kind of, do you know which deck you're using? Like for right now, I have the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Which one do you use? Actually, it would be kind of cool to find that out. You know, it just gives me an idea as to what everybody does use. So it's really neat. So Amaris, if you can, post a little something. And you know what? I don't need to see that. That's the whole political thing going on there. So I'm just took that off. So what deck do you use? And Amaris, if you have a question, please post that here, and then I can get started on that. But I noticed today everybody's been saying that things have been a little off. The Spellcaster's Tarot. Oh my, I wish I could see a picture of that. I don't know it. I don't think that there's a way of, I'm kind of new to tarot. Well, that's where I come in. I've been doing the tarot for like over 30 years. So that's the whole point of this channel. And Amaris, I also have a Facebook page, Breed's Closet, which is the name of my store, Tarot and Divination Forum. So if you wanted to, you could also go there, and I'll approve of the membership. And you're going to learn a lot from a lot of other readers. So it's really kind of nice to do that. So let me get this. Somebody just jumped in. Yeah. Okay. So awesome. I'll check it out. Good. That'll be kind of, yeah, it's nice because there's no drama. Everybody's just been posting their own readings. Oh, you are awesome, Maria. See, I'm getting used to this. So I'm so used to Facebook that YouTube has been a new thing to me. And as I mentioned last time, it seems to be a new thing with YouTube. So I'm asking anybody who isn't a subscriber to subscribe. And what I'm asking for is this, and this is why. With YouTube, to use, I know, and I love you too, Maria. I need to have 1,000 subscribers with YouTube in order to stream both on my phone or my iPad or my large tablet. And that's a new thing because I used to be able to stream all the time on YouTube. So now there's a big restriction. So I'm looking to push to get those 1,000 subscribers up there, and then I'll be able to use my devices. I carry my devices with me all the time. I don't always carry my computer because it can be kind of cumbersome and such. So if you would, that would be great. So, hit that little subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll take it. So little by little, I'm getting the hang of it. So does anybody out there have something they would like me to read on? So I have Amaris there, and I see Maria out there. So that's kind of cool. So while we're talking, let me know what you would like. Okay. What will be the outcome if I tell CJ about my health issue? Okay, so let's see what we have here. So I'm laying down 3. So the first card, very positive. All right, so we have the 2 of Wands. So if you look at him, he's looking out with the world in his hands. And that just means looking forward to something really positive. Like there are endless possibilities here. So right off the bat, that looks like a wonderful card in regards to this. Okay, now we have this. That's what you pulled, did you? Now, here's an interesting card, Amaris, because, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, so please let me know if I am or I'm not, okay? So we see a heart with 3 swords. So this is heartbreak. So I'm wondering if in dealing with this person that you've had some heartbreak, and that's the reason why you're feeling a little disjointed about telling me. Okay, Amaris, thank you. Oh, okay, but your name. Now, we got something pretty heavy duty here, and Amaris, and if it's okay, thank you, Maria. Now, this might be personal, Amaris, and sometimes these readings can be a little personal. But Amaris, did you do a 3-card reading or just a single card? Because I'm not so sure that this person is that open to a lot of this information. Yeah. Remember, now, Amaris, I'm going to give you this, and Maria will back me up on this. My take on the tarot is one of advice. Remember, you can always change the future. All righty. What will you ask? What will be the outcome? So if you had to ask, now I want you to see where I'm coming from on this. Just a single. Okay. Thank you, Maria. So I want you to look at it this way, Amaris. You drew a single card, which means possibilities are endless, which is really great. But if you had to ask about what this person's reactions will be, then there's something a little off anyway. Okay, you get what I'm saying? I don't want to get personal here, Amaris. So if you ever wanted to, book a full reading, we can discuss that. I'm sorry, that's my Weather Channel thing going off because we have snow and ice coming down here. If you wanted me to go into that a little deeper, Amaris, we can book a reading or take that 1-card reading and then add to it and see what we've got. For some reason, he is a bit. Alrighty. I don't know why the stabbing in the back or something. But I also got a frightened feel about this too. Just pulling from my intuition. We had that discussion about last time. Your Facebook is the same as your YouTube, right? Okay. My personal Facebook page, yes, is Bernadette Montana. My business page is Breed's Closet. So on Bernadette Montana, there's a 5,000 limit, and I'm at that point. But on my divination forum, that's not a problem. So the divination forum is Breed's Closet, Tarot and Divination Forum. Okay. Now, hello, Voices of Healing Peace. Nice to see you here. So may I be added? Oh, yes. Okay, so I see Christine just subscribed. That's great. So Voices of Healing, the subscription that I just got, is that you? I just wanted to know because there are many different names for people here. So Amaris, yeah, it can hurt, but you have to understand what he's about. What is CJ about and why there is this fear? All right. So I would take your card and add to it and see what you come up with, because it is kind of cool that we had the first card the same. All righty. Subscribed and like, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. And you're welcome, Amaris. But my suggestion is to go deeper on that one card reading, because there's a hurt or something that he's dealing with that, is coming out here. So I would do that. So does anybody else have another reading that they would like me to, another question to start on here? I'm hoping to do this. Okay, great, Amaris. I'd like to do this on a weekly basis to see the needs of the people that are here. All righty. So I'm going to put that out. Are there any questions that you would like me to touch on? And by the way, I will also like back your pages if need be. I'm hoping, that, you also give back, you ask a favor and you give that back. All righty. So I want to try something if I don't have any questions here. And it's going to sound a little counterintuitive, but I'm going to pull, okay. Voices of Healing writes, yes, I would like to know if there's a genuine connection between Red and I. Okay, so let's do that and see what we've got. So forgive me, I just want to shuffle this. Make sure. Okay, and always when I'm talking with my clients, I'm always shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Okay, so let's pull 3-card reading. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands. So something is being worked on. You can see that he's working hard to get things to work for him. And remember, tarot can be a little sexist. Don't get too crazy as to whether or not it represents you or Red. But regardless, to me, Wands has to do with creativity, ideas, thoughts. I'm a little different. I associate Wands with to make this situation work. All righty. Not so easy, but relationships are never easy. So let's just put that there. So the next one is the Emperor. A person in charge, almost like My Way, the Highway, isn't it? So, and forgive me, Voices of the Healing is red, and you can see all the red on him. Aggressive, or like, not aggressive, it's not the right word. Kind of controlling, or like a control freak, which I can be. You know what I mean? So let me know if that represents him, because I'm curious to see if it comes out that way. And, oh boy. All right. Well, I'm going to show you this card. So this is the 3rd card that came out. So if anybody else also has their take on this, so we have the 7 of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have the Tower. Now, Voices of the Healing. I want you to notice that of the 3, like I'm looking at the comments like you're over there. I have to look forward. Okay. I believe so in a relationship. Okay. So I'm trying to look at this. If anybody else also would like to join in on this, because this way we all learn. This is not an easy relationship. Alrighty. And again, Voices of the Healing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at the right way to say this. Voices of the Healing. It looks like this one's not easy. Alrighty. It's almost as if maybe the minds, your ideas, his ideas, or the person's ideas versus Red's. It's not an easy, it's not that I don't see possibilities, but I see a lot of trouble in the beginning of this. And then if this were to be, I would need to read on this. Like this would be a much deeper reading here. Thank you to Christine who subscribed to us. This is not too easy. When I see this, alrighty. So I want to give you my reasoning on this. Alrighty. Well, the first two cards aren't harsh or anything, but I see a little bit of a control thing. Or yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit of a control freak when it comes to my store. What I want you to look at is the lightning bolt that hits the top of this tower. Alrighty. So with me, the lightning bolt has to do with ego, and the lightning coming from the source or God and all that hits the top of the tower, which is the crown. And so when I look at that, and I hope this makes sense, ego. So it looks like red may have a bit of an ego, and it might not be as copacetic as you would like. Alrighty. So again, I hope it makes sense. Okay, I'm just looking at other people that are messaging me here. So I hope that doesn't make sense. In the beginning, he says he doesn't chase women. Okay. But I'll tell you what, and this is not saying that he is, it's not saying that he's not, but when I see the emperor and I see all the red clothes, so I'm assuming that it is him. And I don't chase, so we don't connect. Okay. It's as if that this relationship would have to be, so it's not telling me that he's chasing women, because that wasn't the question. Alrighty. And if you guys haven't made, that connection yet, then reading on another woman is kind of irrelevant, because you're not in a steady relationship at this point. But I would give this one a little time. You know what I mean? Get to know this person before you decide to, make it a heavy duty one if you so choose to. Remember, you have all the will. You have all the power. You could decide what you want to do. Alrighty. You are the one in charge. Let's put it to you that way. All right. So, not so easy. Not so sure about this one, because again, sitting in that place of power, sitting on his throne, you can see where I'm coming from on this. So I might want to examine this person for a while. Take some time. With the person, my husband now, I held him off for over a year. Go figure. Over a year. Because I just don't like to deal with the BS of relationships and stuff like that. Hi there. Nice to meet you. Her name is Taylor. We are going over some readings and everything. Okay. So, okay, I feel like he is interested, but ego and yeah. So that, again, Voices of the Healing is what I was talking about. So you see the lightning bolt coming down on the crown, and that has to do with ego. Now, I'll tell you something about the, sure. Her name is Taylor. We can do that. So I'm just going to finish this one. When the Tower card is upright, alrighty, you can't go any further down. So you can go up. So you kind of digging yourself up out of this. If this was reversed, then both you or him or he, I'm not sure if I'm using the right English pronunciations, then that would mean that somebody's not seeing the issues in front of them. So at least with the tower on being upright, it's there and you can see what's happening. So ego plays a big part in this reading. All righty. Okay. Your cards look extra shiny. I would like, they look extra shiny because I have this little side light on this. And what I've done is designate this deck to be the cards that I use when I do these live readings. But I have so many decks. I probably have like 40 or 50 of them. Okay, her name is Taylor writes, what's coming up next in my relationship with my Aries? Okay, so let's look what we have here. So let me shuffle this here and see what we have. You have a dull and worn out cards because you love them and they're well loved and you use them. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you were to see in my tower room what I have in there, you'd be like, okay, it's time to replace them because they're even peeling in the corners. Alrighty, I just wanted this deck to look nice while I was doing readings for all of you. Okay, so what's coming up next? Okay, so my name is Taylor asks this. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I like that. You can see she's looking down. Pentacles has to do with money and or the elements of earth, and she's looking lovingly at this. So it looks very nice. Yes, you're the Capricorn. I might as well get a relationship. Oh, okay. Okay, Maria, you'll be next. Now, the next card is the Devil. So, haha. Looking at all of this, there's a lot of mischiefness, if I'm using the right word. It's like, oh, you know how like in the beginning of some relationships, I'm not saying that this is yours, everybody's trying to test and try something new, and so especially when you're younger people, you see this. Okay, and now we have the Seven of Swords. So what I'm seeing here, yeah, it makes sense. And it's a funny thing because her name is Taylor. I'm going to say Taylor, okay? So Taylor, the both of you were testing one another out. Looking at this is like poke, 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 poke. How far can I go? And to me, that is paramount, especially with the Devil card. Alrighty. So I just want to make sure I put that, because you know the Devil card doesn't necessarily mean I don't know what's going on here. The Devil card has to do with sometimes addictions or behaviors that are childlike in nature. Because when we're kids, we're all a bit sociopathic, right? And we do what we want, and we want what we want, and you're poking. That's what the terrible twos are like, and poke, 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 poke. So looking at this with this card, Taylor, it looks as if you're both still in that, okay, where am I going with this? How can I try this? Will he or she like this? Will we get along? Can we try something new? Poke, 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 poke. What's the deal? So it looks as if there's a lot of experimentation going on here. And it's so funny because it almost feels like, most people do this when it comes to new relationships. Yeah, definitely addiction. And yeah, we've known each other since you were 17. So I wonder if those behaviors at 17 are still prevalent there, because he's comfortable with you. You're comfortable with him because you've known each other for so long. Nothing necessarily gets hidden, but I still see that childlike aspect there. So poke, 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 poke is what I'm seeing here. All righty. So I hope that makes oh, you're right away to your babies. Yes. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I sell a lot here. So okay, I promised Maria, might as well get a relationship too. My boyfriend, where are we headed? Okay, so this one is from Maria Bird. Thank you, Taylor. That is awesome. And I thank you for all your support here and the kind words that I'm receiving here. And remember, it's okay to dissent, because then that's how I learn, because I've been doing this for a really, really, really long time. So the online things I've been doing, liked and subscribed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot. Please tell your friends and such. I know I'm not so, shiny, sparkly, and I very rarely wear makeup and all this other stuff, but I'm going to give you a reading and shoot from the hip, you know what I mean, when it comes to the information coming in. So I'm going to do that. So, all right, Maria. So let's see where we're going with your relationship with your boyfriend. So I always like to take a couple of seconds to ask my spirit guides to help me and to connect with the spirit guides of Maria and see what information I'm allowed to see. Okay. Before I go, I had to tell you that I absolutely assessed what you're. Oh, it's called coconut oil, and that's it. All right. So I thank you. I thank you. I don't do anything else with it. I have every nationality in my bloodline, so I suppose it's all the same, but it's just coconut oil and I leave it alone. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice to hear things today. Okay, Maria, and Phantom Punk, I will be right with you. So, Maria, this is for you. Oh, isn't this something? And you saw that I shoveled. So it's the same first card. That's really something. All righty. So again, wands has to do with creativity, thought, anything that causes brain cells to pop. And I know that he's a bit of an intellectual. That guy's got one hell of a head on his shoulders. So let's see what we got here. So the next card, oh, we have wands again. So let's look at this. So we went from the 7 of wands to the 5 of wands. And then the next card is, ooh, 3 of pentacles. So that's resolution. So yeah, I know he is. Boy, do I know that he is. We had a great conversation, about books and stuff like that when you last came here. So intellect is everything here. And Maria, when it comes to this middle card, what I'm going to say is sometimes when you have two people who have brains in their heads, which the two of you do, I don't want to say one up is not the word, but sometimes when you're both on that level, and my son is like that, sometimes I can be, but what I've learned to do in order to learn is to maybe step back and allow the person their say and then allow it to macerate, and then later on I might have something to say. But you know how when people kind of talk over one another from time to time, that's kind of what I'm seeing is like, I don't want to say who's smarter than one another. That would be closer to the devil card here. But sometimes when people are that smart and the two of you get together, you can kind of bark a little bit. But the last card that comes up here is resolution. And it's the coming together of all of those ideas. Yeah, you're perfect. Maria, once in a while, it's good to allow them to shine, Here's what I do with my other half, and if he sees this, he's gonna go like, oh. But he is like the most wonderful carpenter, artist, person I've ever seen in my life, just plain and simple, And sometimes I like to sit and just watch him work without my own input. Like, it's really wonderful. Oh, I hope this is not acting a little weird again. Allow, like Maria just said, allow them to shine a little bit and you'll get more out of it. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the relationship. So Maria, ending with the 3 of Pentacles here looks really good. So I'm just letting you know. All right. So, okay. So Phantom Punk, gonna have you get on. And if you would post your questions, your question as well. And like I said, anybody there, if you have your cards, chime in. Alrighty, because even though I want to push the intellectual stuff on the Facebook page and do the readings here, we're still going to learn from one another. You know what I mean? So, okay, Phantom Punk, what do we have here for you? I had a wonderful time with you last time too. So thank you for bearing with me with the lights blowing out and the internet acting really strange and all that other sort of stuff. So next question, please, while I am shuffling. Yeah, Maria, think about that. I think that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so if I'm not going to get a question here, because I don't want to waste any time while I'm doing this, I will pull in the meantime. Actually, I'm going to try something a little different. So I am going to pull a card. Okay, and I'm going to pull a card, and I want you to tell me what you think it means. All righty. So it could be advice. It could be any number of things. All righty. So I'm going to try something. Okay. So I'm going to have one pile here, one pile here, and one pile here. So I have 3 piles in front of me, and this is pile 1. And this is pile 2. All right, in front of me. And this is pile 3. Okay, so I want all of you out there. Oh, no, I didn't do that, Phantom Punk, because I didn't have the question. So if you would post that question, but what I'm trying to do is I pulled 3 piles right now. I want you to focus on what number pile you want. 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to read off the top, because if you picked 1, then the reading for pile 1 will be for yours. If you picked number 2, then I'll pull the top card there and we'll see. So this way it's personalized for you. So if you picked pile number 1, your reading is this. Pile number 1 is the 8 of Wands. All right. Wands to me is creativity, thought, things that are going to happen. I look at this card as an action card because all those wands are pointing upwards and you can see growth around the wands. So if you have an idea to do something or you're thinking about contemplating doing something, go and do it. That is pile 1. Okay. So this is pile 2. Pile 2 is the King of Swords. All righty. Now you can see all the blue. To me, blue is more emotional stuff. And you can see the gray with the clouds. Gray is a pretty neutral card here, but it has to do with swords. And to me, I know that people associate swords with intellect, and I do, because the spark of intellect. But it's still the ability to cut through the BS. So looking at this, stand in your own power. Don't waver from the decisions that you've made, and you'll be able to cut through the BS that you've been dealing with. All righty. This person is very secure in themselves and sitting on that throne. So whatever decision you make, stick with it. Don't waver from it. All righty. Now, pile number 3. Oh, look at that. The Emperor has made another appearance today. All righty. Now, remember something about, and this was that guy read. So remember something about the Emperor. He's above the king. All kings have to refer to their Emperor. So you have to decide why the Emperor is coming up on this is pile number 3. So could be controlling. You have to decide as to whether or not that card is positive or not so positive to you. Don't believe in total negative cards, because if you're being told to step up to the podium, as it were, then do it. Or maybe it's a little too much. So you have to decide where this is going for you. All righty. I hope that makes sense. All righty. And Phantom Punk, I think you pulled the number 3. So think about that in regards to what might be going on in the future. But looking at this is my way the highway, a bit more than the King of Swords. Though, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do that. So pay attention as to what that means. You're dealing with a person who has control issues. It could be a father, it could be a lover, it could be a husband, or even a friend. All right, it doesn't have to be that type of love. Think about why this is coming up for you today. All right. So, all right. So that's pile number 3. So now, Phantom Punk, I'm going to do your reading. I hope that helps. And like I said, I'm going to do something similar next week when we do our year end, probably after Christmas. All righty. So let's look. So, Phantom Punk, you have what lies ahead in the future, and you are a Gemini. So interesting because sometimes Geminis have a hard time making decisions, and yet number 3 showed up. All righty. So see what that means. So let me look at yours, Phantom Punk. I want to make sure I'm shuffling this. It's unusual that Emperor card came up again as well. All right, because that's a major arcana. So if anybody doesn't quite understand, your tarot is separated into 2 sections. The minor arcana cards, or the cards that have a suit on them. Actually, it's in three sets, because then you also have your court cards, and then you have the major arcana cards, which, let me see if I pull one out here. That's minor. That's a court card. Okay, here's the Magician. So you'll notice that a major arcana card does not have a suit associated with it. Yeah, absolutely. So here's a Magician card. So that's to show you what a major arcana card. So majors don't have a suit associated with them, just like the Emperor. Okay. So what lies ahead for me in the future for Phantom Punk? All righty. So let's see what we got. All righty. So we have the Temperance card. All righty. And you can see that he or she, angels, really don't have a gender to them. But you can see that one cup is pouring into the other. 1 foot is in the water, 1 foot is on the land, finding balance between all of those things. All righty. You can see the path leading to that. I think that's a volcano in the back. All righty. So temper your feelings in regard to a situation here. And in doing so, you'll find that balance. And now we have the Lover's card. All right. So take a look at that. So we have the Lover's card, and I'll put it all together once. And that's 2 major arcana cards. And again, 5, 6, 7. You saw that I shuffled, so that came out again. So the 7 of Wands. So partnership, finding of partnership, which you have to temper your feelings in regards to that, which sometimes for Geminis, especially when we have the Lover's card, because there's that 2 personalities type thing going on there. My sister Genevieve is a Gemini. In order to find the balance between things and situations in your life. So Phantom Punk, if you're talking about partnership with another person, then temper those feelings, all righty, in order to make this be more successful. Don't be obsessive. Oh my God, what is he or she doing? What is happening? Did I do this? No, it's almost like just let it ride, because that's what the Temperance card is about. But here is pursuing and working on ideas as well. So don't let this fall by the wayside. If we are talking about a relationship, females especially have a tendency to put their partner's needs or wants above their own. And that will not bring you happiness. I'll be honest with you, love brings happiness, but it isn't going to bring you happiness if you're not happy within yourself. All righty. So it's very unfair, to tell everybody or your partners, you need to make me happy. So that doesn't work. And we have a new person. Oh, hello, Mermaid Shark. And we have Christy. Yep, Kirsty. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Terry. Sure, Kirsty. Let's do this. I still have a few more minutes. I'm here at my store, so it's quiet today. They've been having these snow squalls. So, all righty. All righty. So, and thank you, by the way, to all of you who have subscribed here So it's really nice. I mean, you're very welcome, Fandom Punk. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. So, alrighty. So, what blessings, Kirsty, are coming your way? Okay, I like those questions. And by the way, I had mentioned that before New Year's, I'm going to do. Oh, thank you. I'm getting compliments about my hair today. As I mentioned, I only put coconut oil in there. I don't do anything. It's wash and wear. Sometimes it's in a ponytail. And if I'm not dyeing it, I got the white silvers, my highlights as I call them. So that's the only thing I've got going on there. I'm a little bit of a tomboy at times. So let's go on with the blessings. What blessings do you have coming your way? I love those questions, to be honest with you. I really do. All right. All right. So thank you to all the new subscribers. That means an awful lot to me. All right. So, see, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. All righty. So what blessings do you have coming your way? And Laura, yes, let me finish up with this one. And again, to anybody out there, if you have your own cards, I would love your feedback in regard to these questions as all. Hair in a ponytail. Yeah, I wish I could, honey, because my hair is so super, super thick that sometimes the weight of it is you get what I'm saying, can give headaches. I literally had about a foot cut off last year just to help me. All right, so blessings, Christy. So let's see what we have. Blessings card. So the first card I got is the star. So wow. So to me, the star has to do with things that are manifest or will be manifested. So you're being asked if you have something that you want to, if you want to accomplish something, would love you to get a clear and concise idea as to what it is that you want to manifest, because it looks very good. Yeah, the star is great. All right, so the next card is the strength card. So you have two major arcana cards, and I actually just may stop it right there, because to me, it's gentle strength. So you see the person, I want you to figure out something, because sometimes the characters are asexual. They're either male or female, makes no difference, alrighty? And you can see that he or she is looking into the mouth of the lion, and there is no fear whatsoever. So your blessings or the ideas that you want to manifest. So basically, if I knew you and you were right here, I'd go like, go with it, girl. You're not going to have any issues working on this dream that you want to manifest. So to me, Kirsty, it looks awesome here. All righty. It looks awesome. So mermaid, let's look at what you have here. Yes, mermaid shark. So what is, oh, hold on, Kirsty, I will do that. Let me go to mermaid shark. What did you want me to read on? Oh, a general reading. Okay, so I'm going to use this general reading pretty much like a blessings thing. Okay, so let me, okay, yeah, hold on, Kirsty, and I'll touch on that, and you'll be my last reading for now, because I do got to get back to work. I'm enjoying this, and I'm enjoying the YouTube forum here. All right, so mermaid shark, let's see what we have for you. All righty. And again, I know there were other people there with their cards, so you could also. And Laura, yes, okay, hold on a second. Now, Laura, I'm going to be doing a big year-end thing before New Year's as well. But I'll do the best I can with the 3-card reading for you. So I'm going to do mermaid shark, and then I'll go to Laura, and then I'll probably end it at this, okay? So, all right, mermaid shark. So you want a general reading. So let's see what we've got. So the first card is this. All righty. So It's a rough card. It's the Eight of Swords, but I'm going to hold this up for a moment because I want you to figure out something. All righty? Take a look dearly into this card. So you see that the woman is all wrapped up and bound, and you see the swords around her, but you don't see any swords in front of her. You don't see any swords preventing her from getting out of that, of all of those swords around her. All righty? In fact, if she would wiggle up against one of those swords, she can cut away those things that bind her and then take off the blindfold and then go forward. You see this? So, and there's a reason I wanted to keep that up, because to me, I use this card as a teaching card. I have been in my head worried about negativity. So this is saying to actually get out of your head, but it could be more, because you ever notice that there are some people that date the same schmuck over and over and over again? Even though they know that the first schmuck was an idiot, they still date the same type of person over and over again. It's because they know how to deal with certain types of behaviors. And and Maria, please correct me if I'm wrong, because this is more your expertise. But I see that women do this more than men because women are more nurturers. And so they're comfortable in a certain situation there. All righty. So this is saying, it's not saying that you're totally bound. It's saying that you can get out of those things if you so choose to. So the swords represent problems, but sometimes you just go like, oh, I can't deal with that. I'll deal with it another time, or you get where I'm coming from. So you have the ability to cut away from those things that hold you back. All righty. So so that will it makes sense about the negativity. So your next card is, oh wow, 5. So we have the 8 of Cups. Now, do you see how he's walking away from these cups? And you see the moon, which has to do with the emotions, intuition, and you see blue for all the colors it has to do. This is emotional, and you need to walk away from a situation. And it might be emotional, it might not be easy for you, but you need to walk away from a situation. All righty. Interesting that we have something that binds you, and yet the next card says you need to walk away. Right. That's what I'm seeing here. So, Phantom Shark, the new year, right off the bat, it's past stuff with a guy. Yep. It's saying that you need to be done, like no longer dealing with this person. Let's put it to this way. If this person makes you feel bound and trapped, and the situation or the cards are telling you to walk away, I want you to think about this. What does the word friend mean to you? Okay. It's a girlfriend, and that's fine. So the idea is this person truly a friend, or is this healthy for you? That sort of thing. To me, in this situation, it's time to move on and take care of yourself. All right. So I hope I did that right here. So, all right. So we did that. And now, yes, Laura, hold on 1 second, because I know, of course she keeps tabs. That's what people do. So, Laura, we have Laura, and then I wanted to, that part 2 of Christie's. No, Laura, we just did. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's Mermaid and Laura. Is there anybody that I missed? I'm like looking at this. All right. Well, we were talking about a record. Let me just look at this. A record label who contacted me. I'm an artist. Okay. So Christy, let's look at that. And I do that on the side. So Kirsty, that's great. Alrighty. I do some work for West Side Studios here in Cornwall. And I'm pretty active in the metal, hardcore, rock industry. I just do stuff on the side. I'm more of a networking type of person. I'm not an artist, but I certainly appreciate the music. Okay, so the record label. Let's see what we've got. I hope I answered everybody. I feel like I forgot somebody, and I'm like, okay, so this looks really good. This looks really good. The world is in your hands, and we have the wands there. That's your creative source. And now we have all those cups all around this person. He's sitting in the middle, and he's surrounded by all of these cups. It makes me think of a record label, doesn't it? You know how they have all of the Grammys? In fact, the guy that I do work on the side was nominated for 2 more Grammys this year. Oh my. So how would you take this card? The 10 of Pentacles. And you can see it's in the shape of the Kabbalah. So there's a lot of good things. 10s meaning completion of things. Hun, I hope this is the right record label for you, because this looks good. So you're good. Regardless of what the record label says, it looks like things and why are you at a bye-bye, Mermaid Shark? Why are you at a loss for words, honey? Because this looks pretty amazing. All righty. So I'd love to find out why, because that is pretty amazing. Okay, I'm ready to, this isn't a coincidence. I love it. Let me just see. Unable to connect to chat. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, I think that's because my phone was ringing in at the same time. So while I'm waiting for the chat to connect, it says unable to connect to chat. Go figure what else is new here. But I will read. Continue in the chat room. For some reason, I got a message saying that live chat is not working, but this is the first time I've ever seen the chat get so busy, which is really awesome. So I'm going to leave it here for now. I will still look at the chat if you need some questions, and I will get to that. Or you can contact me at Facebook. I run the Breed's Closet. That's the name of my store. The Tarot and Divination Forum. So you can always write me there. If you request, just say you found me on YouTube, and I'll allow you to subscribe. Oh, no, that's not the word. I'm stumbling because I haven't had dinner yet. I'm hungry. But if you do that, that's great. And if you like this, please subscribe and like it. So we're trying to build, the base here, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So again, before New Year's, I'll be doing a longer session, doing readings for the new year, and I'll be using my crystals, and we'll go through the whole thing live here. All righty. So you are all wonderful. All righty. And yes, shameless self-promotion. If you would like an online reading with me, I could do that on Skype. And if you do so, just contact me ahead of time so I can book you, or you go to breedscloset.com and you can find my appointment there, or Breed's Closet on Facebook, and you can book an appointment there, or just contact me directly and we'll do that. So I do them on FaceTime, and I also do them on Skype. But of course, those are paid readings. So I charge by the half hour. Half hour is $50, hours $95. And if you want to go longer, we can work with that. All righty. But we'll be doing more readings next week. I hope to get some really good info from all of you, and you are all pretty awesome. So many blessings. Stay warm today. Okay, it's really cold outside. So I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.